Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to understand how this meditation can help for us, especially in day-to-day life, how you can apply this meditation to your ordinary life. Because, and day by day, our life become more complicated with this machines, technology, this consumer product. And while we using that, what happens, we slowly start to lose the power of human mind and human abilities. So, and mainly we lose the attention because other things. It is nothing wrong that we gain the help out of things, but at the same time, we have to remember, most important thing is just not living this life. Out of this life, we have to become more better. You have to have a development. So have to have a cultivation in our mind and heart both, brain and heart both. So otherwise, when we become these human beings and out of this life, if we lose these old abilities, what will happen? Our all previous unnecessary profitable the skills, these unnecessary skills always going to overtake our life. Then by the time life become more difficult, hard. So when it come to the Eightfold Path and when it come to the suffering or Four Noble Truth, if you look very carefully, there is nothing specially you should add to the life, or there is nothing you can take out of the life. The same kind of things, the same list can bring the happiness, and same list can bring the suffering, and same list can take you to the liberation. Only thing is the way we understand it and the way we take it and the way we react to it, our point of view out of our own self-experience going to change our destination. So then it is better to have a very clear understanding regarding ourselves, because even you come within after another 1,000 years to this life, you're going to be the same like this. So then it is better we work in during this time period and develop our mind. So when it comes to this mind, this life, this society, you can't get the much help out of this society, this schooling system, this educational system. You can't mostly that go with it. What the reason is, with the social ideas, cultural ideas, spiritual ideas, and the nations, and many kind of believing systems, self-identity, even many kind of economical ideas, this everything, hierarchy, caste system, and the people like, dislike, their personal needs, this kind of things is a kind of like a very toxic mix we experience every day. This all mixed together and brought this our life to ourselves like this. And we are also contributing to that toxic mix day by day, day by day. So just imagine you have very good food, very nice, healthy food. There are a lot of many food. And if you eat too much, you get bored. You feel uncomfortable. The same thing happened to our life also. And out of this, all the believing ideas, traditions, schooling systems, educations, this everything jeopardize ourselves, and now we don't know what is life. We don't know. We just follow ideas and we miss ourselves. We don't know who we are. And real life is more far away now. We just maintaining some kind of ideas. So maintaining like this, and one day we will die. And when the day comes for you to die, if you look back yourself regarding your own life, that's the day maybe you understand. You just keep following something else. So that's why it is very important. You take few minutes every day and settle down and allow your mind to settle down itself rather than go with this lot of informations. And once you settle down little by little, little by little, you develop certain kind of clarity in you. And that clarity will help you to uplift yourself, your awareness, which we're losing every day. So, and if you don't do that, what will happen? When we don't have that awareness, we slowly start to hide from us, ourselves. You know that these children play game. The one game is that the hide and seek. See, you know, you hide for not to see for other people. We do that, you know. If criminals hide from police, thieves hide from police, you know, when you do wrong things, sometimes you hide from other people. The hiding, you hide because if other people find you like that. But how about you hide for you? Not because of somebody else. You go to the closet because you don't want to experience anything. Why it happen like that sometimes? Because we don't have this, that inner development. Another thing is we wrongly understood the life sometimes, that law of nature, the causality, cause and effect, causation. We just see it's kind of like the law of this country and the law that the people govern. So that is not the law of nature. It is totally different. And sometimes most of time, we just try to maintain this law of the country. We never saw the law of nature. But when in every day, we try to bend the law of nature, and we try to go against the nature. Without understanding, we can't do it. Why? Because we are itself the result of the law of nature. So it is better you understand and surrender and go with it. And once you're capable to do that, what happens? Once you recognize this causality, and you more blend with the environment. That is the ability that you gain. That otherwise, we get stuck with things, and we lose our reality. We lose our the very experience this life. So the meditation is a method, develop little by little, that getting to clear awareness. So when it comes to that, one of the important thing is our thoughts. Remember that don't trust your thoughts. Don't believe your thoughts, because that thoughts doesn't care that who you are or that what is happening around you. The thoughts come as a result of its own reasons related to our past history. And maybe without any other thoughts can arise related to any desire. So it doesn't make any kind of sense that regarding your development. So don't try to believe your thoughts. Awareness is beyond your thoughts. So if you come to that level, you just become, when you have the awareness, that you become a hero yourself. So otherwise we die becoming zero rather than becoming hero. No, we die and we don't gain anything out of this life. We just pass the time, we just maintain, we just, go with the very shallow level of life. So when you develop this deep awareness, it's bring some kind of confidence to yourself. It's bring the trust to yourself. That is the beginning of your spiritual path, even for meditation, even so whatever you do in day-to-day life, that you develop a trust. So that is one of the more major important fundamental quality that you have to develop when you are walking this spiritual path. Even this in the material world, most of things with us because of the trust. So it transforms to material also. It is just not only the spiritual path. That's one example. The major important thing that transform our trust from spirituality to material is the money. If you look at the history of the money in the beginning, there was no money. They had the trust. They exchanged the trust. And then what happened by the time? They start to share like rice, grain, barley. So that kind of things. When they trust, they start to give it to others. So then what happened? It became, rather than that grain, it became gold. Then it's go with the trust. And then gold became papers. So now it's paper. It's a paper. It's invalid. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a paper, piece of paper. But behind that, what we hold is trust. So when just imagine that you have money, but sometimes when you give it to someone, why you give that money to somebody? What is the very meaning of that? The deeper you give the money means you show your trust. So it is a very spiritual base. Same thing with other things also. So we that's why that deeper we have these spiritual qualities, and then we go with that, but we don't see how to focus it to the right place and get the exactly what we need. That is the wisdom we doesn't have. Even in day-to-day life, when we want to have a choice, even though there are all the opportunities, we don't know exactly what we need to get to have a right result. Why we don't have that? Because we don't have this mental clarity. Why you don't have it? Because of you don't have the awareness. So then through the practice, we develop the awareness. And when it comes to that, the posture is the important part in the beginning. And then recognizing your primary mental object and focusing to it and have the collective awareness. Second part. And then settling down there. Third one. And then from that place, expand the duration to be with it. The fourth one. And from that point, we go to analytical, critical observation, vipassana. So then from physical to we transform. So now physical we transform to spiritual, spirit, to the strength, the higher stability. But in day-to-day life, in ordinary life, this material life, what we does, from spiritual we transform to material. That is what this material life, that is how this build. This all this world, this material things came to the world from spirituality to they transform it to physical. So the meditation is a method that we reverse the mechanism. Now too far we came. And then even though this keep going, there is no end. So then we want to find a mechanism, even though we live with these things, how from material we can go to spiritual. Just reverse the mechanism. Rather than coming from spiritual to material. So when it comes to that, physical body, and the first thing, and the primary mental object and the recognition, and then continue the duration. And then deeply we go to the depth, and there we observe what is happening when we experience something within ourselves. The very moment. So that journey, if you can make it happen step by step, and then you will see. So for this journey, you have to be friendly. And sometimes it's you have to visualize yourself to settle down. And when it comes to meditation, there are different techniques. So I just give some tools for yourself to work sometimes. And even with the pace and your body, and it's first imagine. It's kind of like, even if it is possible, imagine like you are Buddha. You attain to the enlightenment, transform your whole, that the body, that the visualizing, you transform to liberation. It says, if you can imagine, then you can make it real. So it's like that. In the beginning, if you kind of like even your pace, and sometimes you keep it kind of like a more pleasant way, and the body more comfortable and relaxed. So like that, in the beginning, you bring a very good mental structure. And then when it comes to the primary mental object, and you be there, and then you slowly release that imagination or the mental object, that the structure that you build mentally. And the calmness, and if you can't attain to the calmness itself physically, and the verbally, you have to address to your body, your mind, and you are calm. So because sometimes for some people, it's very necessary, not for everybody. But if it is difficult for you, so then you address to yourself. And then little by little, you're capable to get into that. And once you have the tranquility state from there, and rather than going towards the outside things, start to look into your own inner experience. Knowingly, you are observing. And knowingly, that meditation means, that understanding means, cultivation of your mind means know yourself, know your own mind, know your own behavior, know your own experience, not something else. Because once you know yourself, you know other things. So once you focus to inward and recognize yourself, that when the experience comes, how that experience come to be that experience, how it come to be as it is, from where it comes. So then you see the roots and the moment of perception or the experience and the connection. And once you see this all, you recognize it is not a kind of like somebody else wish. It's not someone else maintaining these things. It is not that outside power. It is the inner behavior. Bring the moment of result. So once you have that clarity, in day-to-day life, even you know, the whatever that around you, whatever happened to you, you rather than going towards outside, you start to see that your point of view happening within your inside. And day by day, once you start to become very clear to understand it, your bodily, verbally, mentally reactions going to become more different. So that difference is the important thing. So it come out of the self-observation, and it come out of the self-experience, it come out of the self-recognition. So it is very necessary. Once you have that, it's kind of like you rescue your life from this, all the dogmas, ideas, this the social, cultural, spiritual, religious, economical, personal identity, and the caste system, and whatever the people put into the society. All this mix, it's kind of like a soup. And we just go with it. But once you become with clear your mind, you get out of that all the toxic ideas. Because we see, when you look at human history to today, look at the world today, and out of this old education, out of this religions, out of this spiritual practice, out of this, that all the knowledge or the wisdom, out of this all the science, technology, look what the people experience. We are kind of like a most advanced and successful idiots in the human history. Because we have this everything, but still we can't make it happen like this way. When we look at 200 years, 300 years backward, our forefathers, ancestors, look at how they did things, without this anything. How they became more better. Even when we look at the human history, that when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, Tripitaka, all the sutras, and the Bhagavad Gita, and the Veda, and the Quran, Bible, those are the things still, maintaining all the human literature. There is nothing else. All these books happen in the history. And still, it doesn't matter, how advanced we are, still we are not capable to go beyond that and find better than something else. And even we are not capable to find out what is inside that also. Look, that the people can't understand, they don't understand the Bible. They have no capacity to understand. They don't understand the Quran. They say something else. They can't get into that. And a lot of people can't understand what is the Bhagavad Gita saying. A lot of people can't understand the Vedas, and a lot of people can't understand Tripitaka or the Buddha's, the sutras. They just tell their ideas. Why it come to that level? Because it is very difficult to let go our own ideas. But if you capable to let go that your ideas and look into that, you will see it. But we don't do it. Why we don't do it? Maybe sometimes it is inner laziness, and sometimes we don't want it, and sometimes we don't know. And maybe we think, oh, I'll do it later. But now let me handle this. I am the boss. So I am the one. So just let me do it today, and tomorrow I will do according to that. So it's not going to happen. Every day the same. So that's why within our lifetime we have to understand. It is important to gain that all the knowledge, and we have to have, go into outside things, but still important thing is the major important part, purify ourselves. We have to have a special mechanism to, refine our own thoughts. Otherwise, this is not going to happen. We will put things on the top of our own history. So that's why this practice is very necessary. Not for everyone, but if you look for change, And if you look for a development, and if you look for more better awareness, and a little bit try, then you will see how it works. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And bring your attention to your body and observe head to toes yourself and say Sopat Deva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, just recognize it through the sensation. Inhalation as inhalations, exhalations as exhalations. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavatacha sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma pattipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Ataya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.